Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Midcard Mess Podcast. I am your host, not one, not two, but all three faces of Jamal, and this is your wrestling news. We are on the road to WrestleMania. We already know this. Jey Uso, your 2025 WWE Royal Rumble winner. Charlotte Flair, your WWE Royal Rumble Women's winner. This is the main driving force of what's going to be happening in February. We got a couple shows that's going to come up. The WWE. We're talking, Elimination Chamber. We're talking Grand Slam, AEW's Grand Slam in Australia, which is going to be happening on the 15th. NXT Vengeance Day, which is also going to be happening on the same night. And obviously on March 1st, which is going to be the Elimination Chamber event. Yes, so with the Royal Rumble, right, with not just the Royal Rumble, we're talking WrestleMania. WrestleMania is the biggest time to be a wrestling fan. This is what we all love. This is all what we want to see. This is all what we want to do. It's just everything that wrestling is. It is, like, you know what I'm saying? There's a reason why we watch this stuff. But this is going to be an episode. We're talking about NXT. We're talking about the people who want to rise above, go to Raw, go to SmackDown. I will also be doing a CMLL result. And finally, I'll be talking about some AAA results as well. I also have some other wrestling news. I did see some different promos out there in the world. Elias joined the Righteous. For those that don't know Elias, he's now Elijah, and he's in AEW, and he joined the Righteous, which is a group that used to be with Vinny Marcellia, and I guess he got Duke with him, who also was part of another group, I forgot, but, they joined the Righteous type stuff, but we'll talk about that stuff later. NXT. Let's get down to the brass tacks in NXT. Last week in NXT, we had Obafemi attack not only Trick Williams but also A-Town Down Under, which caused Ava to have A-Town Down Under show up back to NXT to tag against Obafemi and the former NXT champion Trick Williams. So in this episode, also they have Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley versus Zarian Sol Ruka, Ridge Holland versus Stacks. So there's like a underlining thing for the underboss. He's been freaking coming at the Dawn a little crazy. So we'll see what happens there. There's gonna be a championship summit with Bailey, Roxanne, and Julia, and then also we got Charlotte Flair to appear, as she said on Monday night, where she was like, I'm going to see what, NXT inspires me or not, or something like that. All right. So we go into the NXT intro and everything like that. The first match on the card is going to be Stephanie Vaquer and JC Jane. What was weird about this was that I think Stephanie Vaquer and JC Jane missed the memo and don't wear the same fucking colors. Because, Stephanie Vaquer being a face and JC Jane being the heel, it's like, okay, y'all wearing the same colors, like what's going on here, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, we already know the vibes. We know Stephanie Vaquer is the face for now, and that JC Jane, along with her compadres, which is the Fatal Attraction with Fallon Henley, who is the NXT North American Women's Champion, and also Jasmine Nix with her little face mask. So Fatal Attraction out there, JC Jane representing versus Stephanie Vaquer. And Stephanie Vaquer, obviously, with the win, she has a big match at NXT Vengeance Day against Fallon Henley for the NXT North American Championship. So that's going to be, what we're looking forward to sometime soon, which is February the 15th. Zarya and Sol Ruka in the back confronted the Meta Girls, Last Legend and Jakar Jackson, and basically it was just if it was us, we would have fucking beat Bianca Belair and freaking Naomi. But then, they were just people in the back, which was Shotzi, Tatum, and Gigi Dolan, tried to calm Zarya down, and then Zarya was like, look, all you hoes is weak. Basically, she was just like, all you hoes is weak. If that was us, we would have handled business. We would have brought the tag team titles back to NXT, and we would have handled business. Lash Legend also just Zarya and be like, look, for somebody that just got here and just talking in the back, all I hear is talk, 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 and no action. And you're talking a lot for somebody that is watching me in the ring fucking face some of the best women in the whole WWE type shit. So I don't know why you fucking talking. They came up with a name for the trio of Shotzi, Tatum Paxley, and Gigi Dolan, so they're known as Chemical X. It's funny because, Chemical X is supposed to be Blossom Bubbles and Buttercup, but they're all fucking dressed in green. So that's Buttercup type shit energy. So we then go to the back with Obafemi, the NXT champion Obafemi, who said that he would prove to Ava that who runs things in the fucking squared circle. Femi said that he didn't owe Trick Williams anything when she asked him if this was going to keep them square. And then he just basically said, nah, I am not going to do that. Absolutely not. Lexis King came out with a weird promo. It was a weird promo. Like, he was out there with the Heritage Cup. He was talking about how that he tried everything to do to not be his dad, because Lexis King is Brian Pillman Jr. and Brian Pillman Jr. is the son of Brian Pillman. So yeah, he cut this weird fucking promo. It was I don't know what the hell he was talking about. I knew what he was talking about, but it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, is this what Lexis King wants to talk about right now? Like, you're the Heritage Cup champion. But then he talked about following in his dad's footsteps and finally embracing who he was before revealing that he was going to change the rules of the Heritage Cup. Basically, all those rules and regulations that happened with the Heritage Cup, it's not happening no more. There's no rounds. There's no fucking cornermen. There's none of that. So the Heritage Cup is going to be a one fall for a finish instead of rounds. However, a familiar bit of music popped up. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. All right, y'all didn't tune in to listen to me sing that. Da 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 da. No, Fandango comes out with the Fandango music. Now, for those that don't know, JDC or Johnny something Curtis, is in AEW. Not AEW. He's in TNA as the JDC, and he is in the System. He is part of a group called the System. I'll be talking about them on Thursdays. You can watch the Midcard Mess podcast on Thursdays. I'll talk about TNA over there mostly. But geez, we got the Fandango music and everything like that. And then he revealed himself. He's like, for those who gave him a ovation and stuff like that, he thanks them. And then Lexis King proceeded to berate him with insults, talking about, oh, the mall cop, the construction guy, the fucking fake model. And then JDC basically said, I am not Fandango, I am JDC, and for your information, I'm part of the System in TNA where we run shit. And we were talking, and we need some more shit to run. So you have the NXT Heritage Cup. Guess what, motherfucker? You're facing me next week. And then basically, oh my God, man. So JDC versus Lexis King next week for the Heritage Cup. One fall to the finish. As I mentioned earlier, Tony D'Angelo and Andrina Rizzo, Stax, and Luca Crucifino spoke backstage they were looking at a TV. They showed Tony D'Angelo in a fucking movie and stuff like that. I think it was not a movie; it's like a TV show that's on the CW. He was featured on one of those shows, and Stacks was giving little snub, sly remarks, talking about, oh, this is what Hollywood Don does now. Ever since he's talked with Izzy Dame, but then Tony D'Angelo said that Stacks should focus on Ridge Holland instead of worrying about what the Don is doing. You're the underboss. You're not the boss. Like, what you talking about? And then all that in the end, Ridge Holland defeated Stacks right in front of Tony D'Angelo, Andriana Rizzo, and Izzy Dame with Luca, and tough shit stuff. This is gonna implode before it gets any better. I mean, Stacks is really getting apprehensive about the Don not being around the family, so we'll see. Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. I haven't, to be honest, I haven't seen much of Yoshiki Inamura. I don't know what his deal is, but he was dressed exactly the same as Josh Briggs. They confronted Fraxium saying that they demand a tag team championship match. But Fraxium basically told them, look, man, we're out here winning and defending titles on fucking 2 other fucking shows. And since we're the best tag team in the world, we need you to win some matches before we even consider you guys, like, even challenging us for the tag team championships. Now, Josh Briggs is solid. We know him and Jensen used to be that team with Fallon Henley and everything like that. But I'm not familiar with Yoshiki Inamura. Like, I'm just not. I don't know if he's like a brand new signee. I don't know if he got transferred from Pro Wrestling Noah. I don't know if I just don't know this man. I really don't. So for them to out of the blue talk about some goddamn tag team championships against one of the greatest tag teams right now in Fraxium, I don't know what they thought this was. I really don't. I don't know what they thought this was. Zarya and Sol Ruka did what they said they were going to do and defeat Chemical X with Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley representing the Chemical X. And Zarya basically was the super powerhouse in this match. Sol Ruka being the bouncing buddy. Tatum Paxley very, very likely impressed me this match. Gigi Dolan looks like she's lost a step. I don't know what's going on. Ever since that she lost that traction with, what was it? Toxic Attraction? Yes. When she lost the traction with Toxic Attraction, I was just like, I don't know. I don't know what they want. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how they're trying to do this. It's not making sense. If it don't make dollars, then it don't make sense. And then it don't make dollars, and it don't make sense. So, shout out to Ken Broadway for that. But, yeah, Zarya and Sol Ruka, they look awkward as a tag team, but at the same time, they got the job done. So, and I don't think she caught the Soul Snatcher all the way. Normally, that's a beautiful move, but yeah, I don't think she caught it all the way. Sarah Screeber then interviewed Trick Willie Gang, and then he said that he had not talked to Oba Femi ahead of their match, but he said he was laser focused on winning and getting a title shot out of it. So hopefully, if they win this tag team championship match, then they'll get then he'll be slided into the NXT championship picture, because we already know Oba Femi is going to go against not both A-Town Down Under. He's going against Austin Theory and Grayson Waller for the NXT championship. And I think that this is where A-Town Down Under fucking implodes, and that sets them up for potential WrestleMania pre-show match or whatever the hell what they got going on. Maybe it might be just a regular WrestleMania match. That's a match that's actually going to be good to see. Grayson Waller's awesome. Austin Theory is great. Like, don't get Austin Theory confused. That man is the truth when it comes down to them ropes. So, they finally have this championship summit where Bayley and Roxanne Perez, they came out, and Perez wanted to use the time to flaunt her beating the longest time in the Royal Rumble history and the second longer in the Royal Rumble, because that record used to belong to Bayley for 1 year before Roxanne Perez beat it. Bayley said that Perez was spiraling without the title. She kind of is. She's crashing out because she's not the NXT Women's Champion. And, sometimes the title becomes somebody's identity. We've seen it with Triple H back in the past. We see it with MJF now. Like, Toni Storm was a great character that is spiraling. Like, the reason why timeless Toni Storm exists is because she was spiraling without the title. So it could be a boost or it could be a detriment. But for Roxanne Perez's case, she does not care. She said that she doesn't care. The NXT title is a singles title and I want to be the best. And, I don't have any friends when it comes to this, which took the ire of one Cora Jade, who is basically her best friend type stuff. Julia then came out and then said none of them would survive the Beautiful Madness. And it's kind of weird because, Julia is supposed to be the strong champion, but because she doesn't know how to talk English properly, it's hindering her ability to come off as a strong champion. And it's nothing that has to do with her in-ring work, because we know that the Beautiful Madness is like that. But the fact of the matter is it's not resonating with some of the audience because they are just taking it for what it is. She's Japanese and Italian. She can't speak that good of English. She's learning. She's taking the time. But, in WWE, you got to cut that promo, man. Charlotte Flair then came and put everyone in the ring on notice, saying that she's taking whatever title that she sets her eye on at WrestleMania 41. She said, she talked about the history with Bayley. She talked about Roxanne Perez, how she is not ready, and Julia, how she respects Julia, but she could beat Julia. We then go to the back where Ava with Ethan Page and Javon Evans, and she announced that it would be one-on-one only if Javon Evans gets cleared, that eventually they'll go one-on-one. So probably they're going to hold it down all the way until NXT Vengeance Day. So we're going to probably see Ethan Page versus the bouncy one, Javon Evans. So, because that boy bouncy. Pause. All right. Josh Briggs got a tag match with Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. Rich Holland confronted Izzy Dame and the D'Angelo family, demanding a title match, and Dame said that they should do a cage match, which is something that Rich Holland like. I think Izzy Dame is going to turn on the Don and the family sometime soon, and then she's going to end up probably either joining Sean Spears' group, saying that she manipulated it the whole time, or Rich Holland joins Sean Spears' group and he manipulated it the whole time, or maybe it just might be the Sean Spears group versus the Tony D'Angelo family at some point, leading somebody from that group to become the NXT North American champion. I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's my thoughts. If you don't like it, you could kick rocks. Matter of fact, don't kick rocks. It is what it is. Carmen Petrovic with her boyfriend, Ashanti the Adonis, had faced off with Kalani Jordan, and she basically beat Kalani Jordan, but there was a referee overturn. So, Kalani Jordan defeated Carmen Petrovic, but the referee overturned the ruling, and Carmen Petrovic ended up winning the match. Jada Parker was on commentary for the match, and was just egging on freaking Kalani Jordan and Carmen Petrovic. So it was pretty interesting to see. Stephanie Valkyr was then interviewed in the parking lot. That damn parking lot. You got to stay away out of the parking lot. Valkyr said no one would help Fallon Henley and she would see her in hell. Lola Vice walked right past Valkyr during the interview, and luckily nothing happened to Stephanie in that damn parking lot. Bayley then confronted Ava, demanding a match against Cora Jade, and Josh Bridge and Uemura appeared with Ava, and Ava booked Uemura and Bridges to face No Quarter Catch Crew, which is Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne, who were very impressive in their tag team championship match against freaking Fraxium, and then Hank and Tank, who they ended up defeating next week, and then Fraxium giggled, remind them of their earlier days as a tag team where they were trying to break it through and become NXT Tag Team Champions, which they are now. So A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, Waller said that he would prove why he would walk out as NXT champion, but Austin Theory felt apprehensive about that, but then immediately led to them playing their music. So, like I said, this is gonna be the downfall of A-Town Down Under. They gonna have to fight for this NXT Tag Team Championship. If what I know is gonna happen, which Obafemi retains, then they gotta fucking see each other on Raw, which is gonna build up more and more. They've been building this up a little bit, so. A-Town Down Under defeats Obafemi and Trick Williams due to Trick Williams trying to go into business for himself basically, and Obafemi walked out on fucking Trick Williams and stuff. So yeah, man, like A-Town Down Under gets the victory here. Eddie Thorpe attacked Williams with a strap on Black History Month. This is what the fuck we're doing, bro. Trips, Paul, what the fuck is that? I know that Trump is your boy, but goddamn, son, you're trying to remove Black History Month, and then you fucking get a New Zealand nigga to whip this nigga. Like, what we doing? What we doing? Are we really crashing out? Like, what's going on here, man? A group of people appeared in a vignette before the screen got back to a message saying Vengeance Day to end the broadcast. And those people are Shaquan Sugars, Cutler James, Kano Carver, and Dion Lennox. Now, for those that don't know these gentlemen, all of these gentlemen have been featured on NXT at one point in time in the past. Recently, Dion Lennox. They have Cutler James, who is a like frat boy type thing, like something about defense and whatever not. So I'm pretty interested to see how they're gonna fucking do with this group. Kano Carver is a big freaking black dude with dreads. I don't really know the gimmick really too much. I've seen him on Level Up a couple times. He was an absolute beast in the ring. He's kind of like a small, poor man's Obafemi type deal. And then, Saquon Sugars, is like probably like the fashion, like think of Ashanti D Adonis meets, like Tyler Breeze or something like that, but kind of like that, something along those lines. What's interesting is the pairing that all of them are together, and what kind of group are these guys going to be? Are they going to be? It's a 4-man group, so it's better than the 3-man group type deal. With the 4-man group, you have the lead, the under guy, the tag team. So like, I don't know who's going to be the tag team. I don't know who's going to be the leader. I don't know if there is any leaders. Like, it just goes down that way. And then eventually they'll add a female to this group. So just be on the lookout for Vengeance Day. That's going to be on February the 15th. Just go ahead and go peep that out at some time. Yes, so heading back to the wrestling news, we're talking CMLL. So this night was the night in Mexico, Wednesday night in Mexico. They had a couple matches that I care for you to like pay attention to and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna go down the line. We're just gonna go through the results, not so much of what happened, but just the results of what happened. So Chacacerteo and Galaxy defeated Perioito and freaking Mersucio in a 2 out of 3 falls match, because that's what they do a lot in the tag matches. You had Fuego, Volcano, and Dragon de Fuego versus Los Cancerbros, Del Inferno, which is Virus Caballero and Lucifercino. I'm sorry, I'm saying the fucking name all wrong. This is a travesty to my fucking Latino community. But Fuego, Volcano, and freaking Dragon de Fuego defeated them. Heel del Villanano 3, Secrets and freaking Vegas defeated La Fuerza Tapia, which is Star Black, Fugas, and Explosivo in 2-1. Barbara No Cavino defeated Defunto, and then the winner of the Reyes del Air tournament was Neon, defeating Templaro, Titan, Futuro, Backstar, Captain Suicida, Valente Jr., Dragon Rojo Jr., Mystico, Stuka Jr., and Angel del Oro. So that is the gist of a CMLL. From one lucha libre to another, I'm just going to give you the results of the AAA event that happened on February 1st. I finally got around to it. So it's Alizanes, Tijuana. So this happened in Tijuana, Mexico. Anubis and La Parquetilla, Nino Hamburguesia, and Valentino defeated Belcor, Black Andromeda, Gallo Extreme, and La Parquita Negra. In a fatal four-way, Flamer beated Kara, Jada Stone, and Valentina Reese. In a three-way match, the Rascals, who was Trey Miguel, Zachary Wentz, defeated Gientes del Air, which is Heel del Vikingo and Laredo Kid, and Destiny and Rey Horos. And then freaking a Bull Terrier match happened with Abismo Negro and El Físico. And then in the semi-main event, you had Heel del Wagner Jr., Octagon Jr., and Pagano versus El Ojo, which is Deluxe, DMT Azul, and Sam Adonis, who happens to be Corey Bray's brother, if you didn't know. And then Cybernetico and Psycho Clown defeated El Ojo, which is El Mejas, and Alberto El Patron. So that is the gist of that. All right, that's enough Lucha Libre news. That's enough NXT news and everything like that. I got training to do. It is now 12:50. I got to get ready for probably stretching and all that other stuff. I got to eat. I got to do my wrestling training for today. For everybody that does listen, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys. Sometime soon, probably next month, I'll be doing this in video format so that way you guys could see my ugly ass face. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm okay. I'm not ugly. I'm not pretty. I'm okay. I'm all right. But yeah, y'all be able to see my face and we can do this real time. Thank you for everybody that does listen. Thank you for everybody that's been supporting me on my journey. This is always gratitude, nothing but gratitude over here at the Midcard Mess Podcast. Also, if you want to join a wrestling group without the bullshit, just join the Midcard Mess on Facebook. We're a good, solid wrestling community. We're a bunch of family over there at this point. Like if you want a cool-headed wrestling group without the bullshit and the drama, please join this group. Build the community. All right. I will see you guys on the next one. Tomorrow we got AEW Dynamite and whatever other wrestling is going on sometime tomorrow. So, and then we got also TNA Impact on Thursday, Ring of Honor Friday. So, TNA Impact on Thursday and also Ring of Honor on Thursday as well. So Friday Night SmackDown. We're on the road to WrestleMania, baby. So I'll see you guys on the next one.